Hello. Welcome to the 15th part of the Boundless Necromancer. A special thanks to my channel members for supporting me. And if you want to support, you can join my channel membership or Patreon for as low as $1. Link is in the description. Thank you very much. Let's begin. At the beginning of this part, we see that Sungyun thinks, I was wondering what the favor would be. But for it to simply be a personal favor that isn't even related to the special assignment. Since I've already accomplished the special assignment, object of admiration. I've already obtained everything I wanted from Raynell. Focusing any further on a character that was created in the world of the tower would be a waste of time. Sungyun says, I refuse. It's best for Yo Yudo get proper rest, because the battle will continue tomorrow. I'll get going now. She says, I must grow at all costs. She bowed down in front of him and says, I beg of you. Please, need you to do me this favor. Well, having fun for a little longer won't hurt. Raynell gets ready to fight. Sungyun says, no need be so serious. It's great that you're trying your best, but if you push too hard, you'll become stiff and lose flexibility. That goes for everything, not just swordsmanship. Also, Raynell, right now what you need isn't real battle experience. You need to strengthen your mana network. How about you do some aura training, yeah? Sungyun get ready to train her. He put his mana into her body. She thinks, he's showing me the path of magic. It's as if he's telling me to follow him. It's fundamentally the same as my method, but there's a subtle difference. The difference is very small, but it's much more refined. He's amazing. Sungyun says, this is the customized mana circulation method. It's made by analyzing your mana utilization habits. Practice aura training every single day using this method. He says, finally, it's time to settle the bill. He bring the subspace back and thinks, the rewards I got from the British Hunter Association for killing Saindal. He brings everything out of the subspace bag and says, that's a lot. Right? Even if there are a lot, none of these junk items are of any great use to me. The last of the 3 skills I synthesized during this trial. It's time to use it. System says, skill steel consumption rank B+ has been activated. A metal mask appears on his mouth. A skill window appears saying, skill steel consumption rank B+. Proficiency, 0%. Basic effect, consuming steel improves your physical constitution after the absorption duration. Additional effect, consuming an item randomly increases stats after the absorption duration. He thinks, the machine just suddenly came flying at me. That was scary, first. He starts to eat his staff. System says, you have consumed the steel cloud cane. 9 minutes 50 seconds until complete absorption. System says, absorption complete. Mana has increased by 1. Sungyun is really surprised and thinks, it's increasing stats this quickly? Then let's try it one more time. System says, you have consumed the celestial steel jewel. 9 minutes 50 seconds until complete absorption. System says, absorption complete. After consuming steel, your physical constitution is improving, emitting 0.8% of the turbid chi stored in your body. There is something black on his hand. He thinks, turbid IQ? What's this now? He thinks, oh, my body's way lighter. Is this what improvement in your physical constitution refers to? I wondered what was up with it when I saw its huge appearance, but with these crazy results, there's no way I could hate it. Never in my life did I think I'd be devouring items so deliciously. System says, you have consumed over 8 steel items. You can longer maintain the item absorbing state. 1 hour 19 minutes 47 seconds until complete absorption. He thinks, so I can consume 8 items at once, huh? What a bummer. But compared to the growth speed from using steel consumption, this can't even be considered a flaw. Skill steel consumption has been deactivated. He thinks, also, I've been curious about this since earlier. He brings out the seal of offering rank SS-. He thinks, by engraving this SS- class item on my body, there's a chance it'll still be mine even after I leave the 15th floor. Still, the thought of engraving it on my body bothers me a little, but it's worth testing it out. He puts the seal on his hand. System, the exclusive effect offering of the seal of offering rank SS- has been engraved on the back of your hand. The item will be absorbed by the seal and completely dissolve. Seal starts to melt and starts to cover his hand. A wolf mark appears on his hand. System says, the seal on the back of your hand will never dissipate. A lot of messages appears in front of him. He thinks, the administrators? The administrator Dragon Slayer born after 1,000 years is horrified to see the seal of the offering. The administrator Fallen World Soldier yells, saying, "How could you actually use the seal of offering?" The administrator Seeker of Divinity says to the tower that giving him the seal was going way too far. Seiyun thinks, "They've been quiet this whole time, but as soon as I engrave the seal, the messages exploded." The administrator ruler of the heavens is strongly against the tower, calling this ridiculous. The administrator priest of 7 gods is shocked as to what the hell you were thinking when doing this. The administrator hero of the Black Archipelago says there is still time to retrieve the seal. Sungyun thinks, "Don't tell me this was an unusable item?" The administrators are reacting strangely. As if the tower gave me something it never should have. System says, "We have detected a leak of unauthorized information." The administrator messages are temporarily blocked. The Tower of Trials warns the administrators. In case of divulging any more unauthorized information, they will be banned from observing any of Challengers Han Sungyun's trials. Sungyun thinks, "Relic? The secret hidden here might be bigger than I thought." Well, I'll find out just how great it is once I use it for myself. The exclusive effect offering of the Seal of Offering has been activated. You can offer any of your talent, skill, or treasure to a god. Sungyun thinks, offer it to a god. There's no telling if we might become enemies. What's the point of making an offering? Regardless, I'll have to see for myself what it's all about. Amount the items to be consumed by the steel consumption. You have chosen to offer treasure to a god. Please select your desired treasure to offer to a god. Let's try offering the shittiest item here. System says, you have chosen the small enchantress staff rank D+. Please select the god to whom you wish to offer this item. Sungyun thinks, oh, what's wrong with this? System says, error. No god's traces were found in your divine power. You are recognized as a holder of individual divinity, and the offering will now be made to you. You have a small enchantress staff rank D+ to yourself. You may convert this item into divine power and store it in your heart. Sungyun thinks, what is this now? Making an offering to myself. I'm kind of baffled as to what is happening, but one thing is certain. I can now increase the divine power that I couldn't really grow by myself, on my own. Though the only issue is I don't have a good use for the divine power yet. Well, as I keep accumulating more myths, the divine power will have more and more uses too. So, for now, all I can do is gather divine power little by little, because there's not telling when and where I'll use it. And another relic. As for this, I'll keep this close by my side. The tower wouldn't have given this for no reason. The time to use it will definitely come. After that we see Sungyun thinks, 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. I've won quite a few battles, and the allied mercenaries and priests have also gained confidence. Evil Army says, run away. It's the slaughterer. You filthy necromancers. In the end, you called the demon. Sungyun thinks, to be honest, they're all still kinda risky except for me. Was I worrying for nothing? At this rate, the trail will end smoothly. Sky turns red. They say, what's wrong with the sky? Look, there's something really big appears in the sky. Sungyun thinks, this sensation. No way. System says, the authority divine punishment is descending. A really big energy attack comes from the sky. Sungyun thinks, this is dangerous. He activates counter shield, super scale. A really big shield appears above him. A really big explosion happens. Sungon is still standing, but a lot of the mercenaries are on the ground. Sungyun gets really angry. An angel appearing from the sky. He says, oh, the dogs that serve the god of darkness. I have good news for you. The merciful god of battle has decided to bring diving punishment upon you personally. Sungyun thinks, as I thought, this sensation is from that time. System says, the god of battle has expended considerable divine power to cast an incomplete descent. While in the state of descent, the god cannot make proper use of his myths or authorities. Descending into the entraining apostle Jiran Nevia, he cannot use his divine power completely. Challenger Han Sungyun's 15th floor personal trials difficulty has increased drastically. Sungyun thinks, god of battle. System says, the Tower of Trials has judged this to be a difficulty that the challenger Han Sungyun is more than capable of handling. The trial will not be interrupted. Sungyun says, can't you at least ask for my opinion before you make judgments like that? God of Battle says, so I can kill the cheeky dog today myself. Die. While you regret daring to challenge the position of a god. Sungyun thinks, if I don't draw out my full force straight away, this will be dangerous. He activates instant acceleration. Skill wins grace. System says, all speed have increased by 70%. Current skill stacking progress 7 by 7. Skill fighting concentration has been activated. User's focus has increased 20 times. Authority heavenly blood cultivation art has been activated. Sungyun thinks, good. At this rate, I can quickly end. God suddenly appears in front of Sungyun and grabs his face, rams him into the ground, and also uses a really strong energy attack. Sungyun starts to bleed. System says, you are dead. The 15th part of the Boundless Necromancer ends here. Please subscribe and like. And if you want me support financially, you can join my channel membership or Patreon only for $1. Patreon and Discord links are in the description if you want to support me. And a special thanks to all my Patreons for supporting me. Thanks for watching.